Hey everybody, it is indeed Thursday evening, 6:30 p.m., 6:31 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you are here with Eli and Troy. Last time you were here with Eli, this is Bar Run Forge. Welcome in everybody. If you haven't been here before, thank you so much for joining in, but it looks like everybody we've got in the chats is a returner. So we'll just go ahead and say hi to them, and then we'll get on with what we're doing. Mr. Daniel Baca, D. Baca Maker, Bobby at Robert Monas, The Treadle Shed, BS Forge, Eric at Pumpkin Patch Forge and Ironworks, Corey Shire, Shane Lalonde at Oofberg Forge, Roger Caldwell, and Corey Shire from High Desert Forge and Ironworks, Mr. Kyle Jones, and Brian from the Vineyard Farmhouse. Brian, I'm sorry I missed you last night, buddy. Barf. There it is. I'm here, you're here, we're all here. Howdy, y'all. Actually, we're here, you're there. But if you're there, you're here.
Well, you're there. I'm here.
Right. And you never get there because you're always here. Hi to Matt and Frank.
Oui, merci beaucoup, de Baca. That's French.
That's French, fellers.
No, I really.
No, really. This is an educated man.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're back in the forge. It is hot still. It is hot and humid now. We've got some rain coming in. We noticed today that the wind is kind of blowing out of the east, southeast. Which
Hurricane remnants.
Often a bad sign in our case when we get eastern winds. But the humidity has gone up. The heat is not as bad as it has been, but the humidity is kind of skyrocketing at the moment, and we're still under our. It's really interesting. Our county, we've got some drought. Some drought markers, and our county, actually, there's four signs of drought. And the top one that they list is exceptional, extreme, severe, moderate, and low. And our county hits 4 of the top 4. From one side of the county, the range is actually from highest to 4th of the way down. It's kind of crazy.
It's dry.
And it goes from west to east. That the eastern part of the county is the driest, and the western part, southwestern part, is the not as driest because it's not wet. It's just not as dry. But if you go up to northeast Ohio near Lake Erie, you will find no drought whatsoever. So there's just enough moisture coming off the lake that it's not doing that. So that is why, again, we're running the propane forge. Our county is under, you don't water anything, you don't, no washing your car, none stuff like that. Because of the drought conditions, we don't want to start a fire out here. Harvest is started in our area, which is, again, kind of crazy that there's some guys that are most of the way through their soybeans already and starting corn, and we're not even to mid-September yet. So we're not going to risk it by starting a coal fire and throwing a spark out somewhere and toasting fields and stuff like that. So we've got the ribbon burner cranked up. I got a couple pieces in there. I'm going to attempt to make a railroad spike door knocker.
There you go.
Railroad spike door knocker. So I got a piece of round stock. I got another piece to wrap around the round stock. It's too long, so I have to wrap it around. I'm not going to do the measurements on it. I'm going to do it the old school way, just wrap it around, cut it. And then we'll see, because I've never actually forge welded in this forge. So hopefully, I'll got it on a little bit lower right now. I'll crank it up here in just a second. So we got to pull the railroad spike out and drift the hole to accept the ring. And then we have to wrap that piece around the center portion of the round part, the ring, and then once we get that done, then we'll start bending it around and attaching it to the railroad spike. I see Kevin has come in. Mr. Dana Maggiore is here. So how do you make a door from a railroad spike? That's a good question. I did say door knocker, did I not?
I believe so.
Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is get that railroad spike out and drift the hole. Not with those. With those. Well, that didn't stay. That was not hot enough. Yeah, now we're all right. There we go. Just got to get that hotter. While we're waiting on that, I can go ahead and pull that other piece out, the other two pieces out. Let's add a little bit of heat. See if we can warm things up in there a little bit.
Thank you, Bobby. Much appreciated.
What'd that old Bobby do?
Huh?
I said, what'd that old Bobby do anyway? Oh, the survival kit, yes. I don't know if Eli's preparing for something or what's going on, but he's into the survival kits right now. So,
Not trying to warn anybody.
is
Subliminal messaging.
that what it is?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Whoa. Came out of nowhere. Treasure Coast magnet fishing. Howdy,
Treasure
howdy.
Coast. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Great to have you in here. So we're gearing up for a season.
A season.
Are we not?
Yeah.
And this year it ain't harvest season.
Oh.
We are gearing up for a demo season, a busy season for the Forge. We got Canal Days at Metamora, Indiana coming up the first weekend in October. Eli is doing a thing called the Chuck Wagon Festival in Indiana. And then we've got some church stuff and the Christmas thing in Lynchburg. And we've got a couple other plans for stuff. And all of a sudden, I have become a antique fabrication.
You could have stopped right there.
What?
You could have stopped at antique.
Yes, I am an antique, but I also restore those things, and been working on some projects that a couple got a hold of us, wanted us to do some kind of reconfiguring of an old antique baby bed, and they loved it. They were like, hey, we want to bring you this swing, and we want to bring you a dinner bell, and we want to bring you this, and we bring you that. So it's going to be a whole lot of basically like paint stripping, whatever, and painting. And this one ain't going to require a whole lot of fabricating on my part, but these 4 projects will definitely be some work. But yeah, and I kind of enjoyed it. I other than the paint stripping with wire wheels, not a big fan of that. But yeah, I do actually kind of repurpose things. I kind of like doing that. Jeff Killian says he has craft shows from now till Christmas. Well, good. Tons of railroad spikes, magnet fishing. I'm sure you do. Sure you do. What is the Roush shirt about? The Roush shirt is our local elementary school does an ag day that their FFA, which Future Farmers of America, puts on, and so they invite us fairly regularly. We haven't gone for the last year or two, and to come demonstrate blacksmithing, and so they put our name on a shirt. It's kind of cool.
Yep.
All right, I think our railroad spike is hot enough now. Can't get a good drift on that.
You're at Quad State?
Yes, Quad State next weekend. No, 2 weekends. 2 weekends. That is going to be a chore. Oh, no. I just bent the end of the drift. Yeah. Yeah.
I was wondering about that.
Stand by.
Commercial.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Bar Run Forge. It's Troy, and today's video sponsor is...
Have you ever had a stair crumbled up, torn apart, shiny forge weld, and wondered whether you should have had neutral flame or an oxidizing heat while searching for your favorite toilet spoon to pour on some white powdery crystal metal glue? Well, that's what it's like when you don't have Christ-Centered Ironworks brand flux. When you grab a hold of a box of Christ-Centered Ironworks brand flux, you feel like you've put the powerful Festus in the palm of your hand. And now you may even muster up the gumption to forge scrollwork without even using a hammer. So pick up a box of Christ-Centered Ironworks brand flux today before you fall into a state of utter chaos that'll have you questioning your very existence. Flux.
Christ-Centered Ironworks brand flux is not a registered trademark and is not available in 49 of the 50 states, especially in that state up north. Buy yours now for just 12 easy payments of $29.95, payable only in quarters.
Caution, Christ-Centered Ironworks brand flux may cause severe irritation to Roy Adams. Please avoid using the words Christ-Centered Ironworks brand flux around Roy. Do not use Christ-Centered Ironworks brand flux in the vicinity of Roy Adams, or he will be forced to tackle you to the ground and bludgeon you. Avoid saying the phrase flux, flux, flux. It will only anger Roy Adams and throw him into fits of temper and force him into a Roy rant, and no one wants that. Christ-Centered Ironworks brand flux may cause eye irritation, runny nose, skin lesions, bad hair days, poorly fitting fire chaps, rheumatiz, slicing golf shots, uneven tire wear, pixies to appear, rickets, hammer toe, volatile screaming fits, unusual beard growth, ingrown toenails, silly songs with Larry, a mess, a giggling Jessica, and definitely not better forge weld. Please use responsibly.
Christ-Centered Ironworks brand flux.
I put that
Flux.
on everything.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Bar Run Forge. It's Troy, and today's video sponsor is...
Have you ever had a stair crumbled up, torn apart, shiny forge weld, and wondered whether you should have had neutral flame or an oxidizing heat while searching for your favorite toilet spoon to pour on some white powder crystal metal glue.
I think once we run out of...
Still doing good over there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think once we run out of the commercial, I just need to do like a little elevator music or something, like the old school, like technical difficulties, please stand by, but it'll be like probably welding or probably grinding, please stand by. Dad's fixing the drift that he broke or bent. Yeah, elevator like do 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 do.
All right.
He's back.
Guess who's back?
Mm-hmm. Not quite. I'll have to get to work on that.
Okay.
Commercials. Let's make a bunch of
The
commercials.
drift has been saved. We just cut off a little bit of the end of it, so should be all right. All right. Let's work on that. Are we on the struggle bus this evening? Well, I'm bending drifts and cameras aren't working, and
I wouldn't say struggle bus. Maybe like struggle Volkswagen.
so here's what I'm going to do. Get that dude out. Use that to do a little bit of opening up. So anyway, yeah, we got a busy season coming up, and we have made some major farm changes. Major farm changes.
Major farm changes.
Yeah. Still farming.
Fixed it.
Just slightly different. And hopefully, if Eli and I can coordinate our schedules over the next little while, we'll get some video stuff done on that, eh? Oh boy. There it is.
I fixed it. Struggled microbus.
A little bit.
wheel.
Now we're getting somewhere.
It is the Joneses' wedding anniversary today.
Oh boy. Happy anniversary.
Anniversary song. It doesn't last that long. How many years, Kyle? 500. Yeah, nothing says romantic like watching blacksmithing on YouTube. For
Absolutely.
anniversaries.
Especially us idiots.
I see Bobby at Dogbone, Bill Corey Shire, 18th wedding anniversary next week. Jeff Woodring just celebrated their 50th.
Nice.
Kyle says 15.
Good deal.
Justin Ray. Some random game commercial.
One more. All right.
Hello,
We'll
hello,
run
everybody jumping in.
the drift
Long time
through
no
now.
see.
What's that?
Saying hi to people.
Hi, people.
Roy and Jess celebrated their anniversary recently. Everybody's anniversaries.
Yeah.
I seem to remain unaffiliated.
What's that?
Saying everybody has anniversaries recently, I said I seem to be the one remained unaffiliated. You don't catch that. It's a quote from Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Bill said he was inspired to put together a line about the Barf Thursday Night Live.
He was what?
Just read the chat.
At the Barf Thursday night. Well, his last poem was pretty good.
Yep.
You are indeed a poet, my friend.
It was. It was a good poem, Mr. Bill. Mr. Daniel Baca, how was the show? Oh, Bill's poem's up there if you want to read it.
Oh, cool. You telling everybody else, or you telling me?
You.
Bill Corey writes, on Thursday's stream, the forge burns bright. Sparks dance like stars in the quiet night. Hammers strike, the iron bends and gleams, crafted with skill, born from fiery dreams. I'm going to guess that's not the end of it. All right. Oh, quick cut here. Yep. Say when.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Bar Run Forge. It's Troy, and today's video sponsor is...
Have you ever had a stair crumbled up, torn apart, shiny forge weld, and wondered whether you should have had neutral flame or an oxidizing heat while searching for your favorite toilet spoon to put on some white powder crystal metal blue? Well, that's what it's like when you don't have Christ-centered Ironworks brand flux.
Hello, Eric. Bacon o'clock. You ever had to stir it? Oh, better forge weld.
So I've got a center mark. And I just push that down over top of the center mark.
Bow, bow, bow. Bow, bow, bow. Bow, bow.
Right, I'm going to get back out and open that up just a smidge more. Just on either side there. Might have been. Okay.
Hello, Rebecca.
So I don't really need the spike for a while, so I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to straighten it up a bit.
Bill and HLWJ celebrated 22 years.
22. Congratulations and our sympathies to LWJ. She's a trooper.
That's true. Treasure Hunter Neil, hello.
Hi, Neil.
26 viewers in the chat.
Great to have everybody in here.
I warmed it up. Last week we were a little low. Haven't been off for a couple weeks again. Roger celebrate 10 years, November 1st.
All right. So this may take a minute.
It still work. Boom, there it is. Yeah, push them buttons. Push the buttons. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Buy something on www.barrunforce.com. BARRUNFORGE.com. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram, sometimes TikTok and Rumble, not really. And of course, the YouTubes.
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 Yeah. Yeah, I gotta tell you, I appreciate you guys.
I got a confession to make.
Demonetized. Jeff Killing says, sure is quiet. I'm not sure what that means.
Sounds good.
Oh, well. I really, really appreciate you guys, your friendship, your loyalty, because we've been very much off and on this summer and into there, and we haven't been putting out a whole lot of content. It's just circumstantial. I know you guys understand all that. Well, we enjoyed having LWJ with us. Why LWJ? Your lovely wife.
HLWJ.
And we look forward to it. I was actually thinking about the gathering today, and I thought, okay, we're how many months away? I don't know, 8 months,
7, 8 months.
7 or 8 months, and it seems like, well, that's That's a good distance away. It's not. And we are certainly looking forward to next year. I think next year will be the best ever.
The best one yet.
The best one yet, because it just, to me, it just keeps getting better. And hopefully we have...
keeps getting better.
Strike two. Oh, Rebecca, we'll pray for your shoulder for sure. Justin Ray is in here. Thank you so much. I talk more, but I'm dumbstruck by Eli's beard. It's out there, buddy. It's out there.
Big and fluffy. Like me.
Speaking of beards.
Oh, if I say big and fluffy.
I had...
What's up?
I went and got a haircut and a beard trim last week.
Shaving a haircut.
And the old timer that was doing the work has been at it for a while. And he said, all right, want your beard trimmed? I said, yeah, just clean it up a little bit. Normally when I tell my other barber that, it's a cleanup. And so he lays me back in the chair, hot towel, the whole bit, gets the straight razor out. And buddy, he is doing the thing, man. Cleaning it all up. And I just noticed he starts getting lower and tighter and lower and tighter. And then he gets up underneath my nose. I said, okay, little cleanup, little touch up on the nose. And then I noticed him go down. I was like, wait a minute. So I ended up with like 1986 faded sunglasses, cowboy hat, chin strap almost. Yeah. But it'll grow back.
Tell me, Hank, why do you
drink? Strike three. But yeah.
What's up, Coach?
It happens. Coach 10X,
Hope
prayers
for the best.
for you, buddy. Prayers, prayers, prayers. Lifting everybody up.
Why do you
Several
blow
back
smoke?
injections, CT scan, biopsy. Man, oh man. Definitely lifting you up in prayer there. Well, I'm seeing it get brighter and brighter in there, so I'm hoping we get a weld. Hoping to get a weld. We're just gonna keep letting it crank up there a little bit and see how close we get. As I said, I've never forge welded out of this forge before. I think we kind of half-heartedly tried it one day. So
yeah,
we'll see. But yeah, we got a lot of fall events coming up. I got my chainsaw back today, and there is a lot of chainsaw work to do. Yeah, not my best look, that's for sure. I'm eager to get more facial hair back because I am not liking it. So I'm not entirely envious of the ginger gorilla back there, but I'm going to let it grow out.
I'm going to let it grow.
But anyway, yeah, I got the gathering, and I'm just excited for that too because now the ladies are like enjoying doing their thing too, and next year we're going to have music. I mean, there's going to be some instruments here and stuff like that. I'm excited about that. I don't know what Eli's got kind of in his mind already for food, but
I don't know what I have in my mind.
man, I'm telling you what, it's
Scary.
It's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Cal Jones, I do have an Amish hat.
Back in about a month. Eli's nickname? Eli's had lots of nicknames.
Yeah,
Actually,
I've had
it's
a
really
lot of
kinda
nicknames.
interesting. Let's go through the nicknames, Eli.
Well, Eli is a nickname.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm originally an Elijah,
Elijah.
which leads me to Elijah.
When he got to East Carter, there was another Elijah on the soccer team. So his middle name is Philip. So they called him Philly. Just about everybody in high school knew you as Philly.
Yeah. A lot of people knew my actual name.
Yeah. And then you've been Big Amish.
Big Amish.
What's some other ones that you've had?
I don't know.
Yeah. I've called you other things.
Yeah, that's true.
I wouldn't go as far as calling
My own
nicknames.
father.
My nickname in high school
My nickname
was Runt because I was small. I was the runt of the litter.
Well,
So all my brother's friends called me Runt, and that was just my name, which was better than some of my other, like Garen Waits' brother Greg. His nickname was Lupus,
lupus.
like the disease.
Like a disease.
Lupus. No idea.
Okay.
Yeah. So tell us some of your nicknames. How about that?
There you go. Question of the day. What's a nickname?
What was your nickname, or what is your nickname? And not the name that your parents used to call to you that you think was your name is actually a curse word.
Longest time I thought my name was point the flashlight here.
Point it here. Here.
Benji. Sounds like some BS.
All right, let's give this a little tap.
Hey, Bill Corey.
I think I may go over to the swedge. Go here.
Okay. See Bill Corey's.
Willie Bill, Ronnie Bill, Chili Willie. I know why Ronnie Bill.
You see the one prior?
No. You mean for Ben?
No.
I got Twiggy.
Bill Corey's.
Slope. That one might stick, buddy.
Slope. Probably wouldn't. It's on a slope.
Wouldn't slip. Wouldn't stick. Yeah, that was my assumption, Bill, that would have been your nickname. Granddaughters called you Bobo. Was that Bobo or Bow Bow?
That's what I was wondering.
Bobo. The old started to call me that when she first learned to talk, and it stuck. Yeah, that's one of those grandparent names. You know, you think you're going to be a grandpa, grandfather, papaw, and then you get like Peepop or
Yeah.
wasn't that? Who am I thinking of?
No idea. We always had different nicknames for our grandmothers, and grandpas have always been Papaw.
Yeah, all your papaws were papaw.
They're just Papaw. So are you. Oh, Slope. What you say, Slope?
Langstaffs. The Langstaff kids. The one grandpa, they called him Peepop.
Peepop.
Yeah. Old Sloat Forge. Yeah. Noah, for the longest time, not for the longest time, but when he first got saying it, it was Paul. So I don't know if I want to be Paul or not.
Noah can't quite differentiate between me and Dad, so sometimes I'm Peppa.
And then grandfather, I call him Bump. And then the Lawson boys, Seven and Jackson, called me Pop.
Pop.
I'm going to let that cook just a minute longer. I'm seeing pretty good color on it, so we'll see. I mean, if it doesn't actually forge weld, it's not a massive problem because it's just the knocker on the thing there. So. I'll tell you what, guys, we have had a great study. We've been in Tuesday nights at our church. We've been in the book of Judges, and that has been very interesting. If you've not read the book of Judges, that's an interesting thing because it's always like we think of the judges as these great heroes, you know, the Gideons and Samsons and all those, and Deborah, and read through the book of Judges, and you will find out. No. Not exactly what we'll call biblical heroes, so to speak. But anyway, if you guys do want to join in on Tuesday nights, it's on the Martinsville Facebook page is where the link is. It's a Google link, and you can just join in and listen. You can interact. Of course, if you want to drive to Martinsville every Tuesday night, you're welcome to do that too. But it's a great time. Then I'm back on to teach our Sunday school class. There's Bland's Promised Land Ranch, Mr. Thomas Goodymood as well. Sorry you're late. We are having a good night. We were. Hi, Monica. But yeah, we're getting ready to start in, I think January 1 is when I start back. Dale's going to go 4 months. And I'm going to tackle wisdom literature. Like Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Song of Solomon. So I'm going to try to narrow it down to like a month on each one, but we shall see.
We shall see.
Right. Let's give this a shot.
What do you think?
Maybe. Maybe, just maybe. Yeah, wisdom literature is, man, oh man. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to Lamentations. I'm going to back up to Lamentations. I'm glad you're here too, Monica. The thing I like about wisdom literature, especially if you go to Ecclesiastes, Ecclesiastes seems like an intimidating book. When we start reading it, like I was preaching Ecclesiastes this past Sunday, it's a very straightforward speaking book, and I really like that. I mean, I'll just say flat off the bat, because I'm not real bright, I kind of need straightforward. So that's why I like Ecclesiastes. course, Proverbs is just those day-to-day, everyday living. You know, it's really, really cool. Studying Ezekiel. Woo! Yeah. Now, look, I will say, since we're in that, we got a little bit of time before that probably brightens up a little bit. I will say that I'll encourage you in this way, I might get fussed at for this. When reading the prophets, understand that biblically speaking, and as far as the word prophet goes, it is, I'll say it like this. It is not a forth teller, it is a teller forth. It's someone who gives forth wisdom. And in the process of the wisdom, almost every time when a prophet says about something that's about to happen, he will say the word of the Lord. And so the prophet never speaks of his own words of the future. It is always the word of the Lord says this thing is about to come. So he is giving forth God's wisdom. Any other time, it's like Jeremiah. You go to Jeremiah, and Jeremiah says, they ask Jeremiah, what should we do? Jeremiah says, do this thing. This is what God wants you to do. And they said, we don't like that. Throw him in a pit or send him away or whatever. And then they get in trouble again. And they're like, Jeremiah, what should we do? And he'll say, well, God says do this. So it's really just, he gives forth the wisdom of God. And sometimes God wants to talk about what is to come, or predict, to tell what is to come. So when it comes to the prophets, be aware of that it's not just a bunch of fortune telling. There's a massive amount of wisdom in there, and the stories about how the Israelite people get God's word, they fall away, they get God's word, they fall away, they get God's word, they fall away, and then they treat the person who is supposed to be helping them out terribly. And then they want his opinion. They want to know what he thinks about things. And it's just a vicious, horrible cycle that they go through. Bill Corey says, in Judges, we learned that the Ephraimites were a bunch of greedy by picking a fight with Jephthah just because he took the Ammonites without asking them to join in. Yeah, Judges is rough, man. And the Ephraimites, not the coolest dudes in the whole world. All right, let's see what we can do here. Oh, that looks good. Ruh-roh. Well, it didn't weld.
Not at all.
No. Why is there smoke in here?
You dropped one on a paper towel.
What's that?
You dropped something on a paper towel.
Oh. No, it didn't weld. Put the goose to it there. See what happens.
He's making
So
a
anywho,
door knocker.
That's kind of, like I said, that's kind of my take. We're making a door knocker with a railroad spike and some round stock. Trying to, at least. Right now we're trying to weld the kind of bumped out knocker part of the ring on. It's not going great, but we've never really forge welded in that forge before, so we drifted out this part, and I already popped a couple holes in it where we're going to screw it in, and so essentially that ring will go in, connect in here, and then swing around and connect here, and hopefully we get that knocker part right there in the middle, and we'll squeeze it in there. And so yeah, we drifted out that, and there you go.
There you go.
So let's hope for a forge weld this time, like an actual forge weld.
That fan in here?
What's that?
The fan.
Yeah. That's what was fanning the flames on that paper towel.
Bill, love you too.
Love you too, Bill.
Did you get with Thomas?
And we mean that. We mean that. We still good with for next month. Yeah.
Did you get with him?
No. Black magic flux and your gas contraption. Oh, we got Iron Mountain. I haven't got the Black Magic. I think we got a little bit more heat in there now, so we should be getting close. If not, we'll figure it out.
Figure it out means weld.
Yep. This is one of those that I just thought, well, I don't have a whole lot of time set up for stuff today, and it might be a little something that we can take to Metamora with us as a little, hey, buy this thing, and we did it on here. The Eastwood benchtop powder. Oh my goodness. That would be fun. I'm trying to decide whether to invest in a sandblaster, because that work I just got done doing would have been a whole lot easier with a sandblaster. Got a Black Magic woman. Pretty good. Pretty good. Another company quote on your shop. Waiting on the engineer to sign off. Very cool. Double the square footage, same price. Well, that's good. Have him come over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, our buddy Pete had a powder coating room at one point in time. If we thought we were going to do what we're doing now, I'd have probably said, hey, move that over here.
Yep.
Well, it's awful bright in there. I'm gonna let it cook though. Gas forge hot enough with little oxygen is the hard part, right? Yeah, I cranked it up to where the flame was coming out, and then just gave it enough oxygen to get rid of that. So I'm hoping that did it. How many commercials are we gonna have? I don't know.
Yeah, I have the setting on conservative. So, least amount they'll let you get
You mean
away
like
with
a
it.
clear coat, Bobby? What were you saying?
Telling them about the commercials.
Yeah.
I have the setting on the lowest it'll go.
Dragon's breath is a good sign. Yeah, like I said, I picked it up just enough to have it come out, and then backed it off just a little bit. But it's pretty dang hot in there. I'll just say that.
You drain the water out?
What's that?
Drain the water out?
No, I haven't yet. Here's open.
Good.
Clear powder coat. Oh my. That's pretty cool. Clear powder coat. Well, we're moving forward in the two parts of the shop. I was able to get back in on that today. I got the yesterday. I think it was yesterday. I got the gantry crane out, moved it to the red barn. I got the big black toolbox out, moved it to the red barn. So making some room, finish off that last wall in the in the green woodworking shop. Trying to get it done. I got to get a couple boards for that, but that shouldn't take long. And then I can concentrate on the west walls to get them fixed up and then winterized, because that's the key right now, is to get that west wall finished and winterized. And then we can finish the interior, the other interior spaces and the ceiling stuff.
Ibaka's out.
Bill says he forged a house number bracket, and to clean it up, I made a shallow tray plywood, laid a split open trash bag, and buried it with vinegar 24 hours. Nice. All right, let's give this a shot. Long tongs. Nope, not doing it. Yeah. All right. Let's leave that there. Leave that go for just a little bit. Yeah, we're going to leave it there for now, everybody. And yeah, I'll come back to it. Try to finish it up at another point in time. But we'll get it. It'll be all right. What time is it anyway?
7:36.
7:30. I try to leave when we're running this, it's compressed air. So I'll turn the gas off and let the compressed air blow for a little bit. Try to bring it down a little bit. But yeah, it got pretty hot in there. So anywho, something got in my throat here. Talking about maple syrup. On a good note, we still have 20 gallons of maple syrup left. Oh my. talking my love language. But yeah, I mean, even though things are have been a little on the crazy / hectic side around here, life is good, man. We've gotten
Oh,
the
life
majority
could
of the
be a
stuff
dream.
that we were trying to sell for on the farm, to sell farm implements and such. We got the vast majority of them sold, and it was enough to go out and purchase a new tractor, brand new tractor. And again, please don't take this as any kind of boast. God has blessed us in every single way. You know, like with this project, with what we're doing with the shop, and switching over how we're going to do the farm. God has just blessed us at every turn, and I'm just forever grateful for that. But it's going to be a lot of fun. There's another two little somethings coming tomorrow, and like I said, hopefully if we can get some time, we'll pull all these somethings out and kind of show it to everybody and show them what's going on here, and just I'm excited about 2025. I really am. I'm, you know, I don't want to say I've had some years where I'm eager for the year to be over with just because of the garbage that's going on. I think Eli, we talked about, was it 2017? Just wish the year would be done.
Yeah.
Uh, and ready to put that behind us. 2017 just not a great year.
Yeah.
And so, you know, this has not been a bad year. It's just been a year that just seems kind of meh. You know, it just I had no summer, so I felt like I didn't get anything done this year, and that irritates me. And now I'm into fall, and you know, if you're north of the Mason-Dixon line, once fall hits, all you're thinking about is winterization and
Yeah.
you know, cleaning everything up and putting stuff away and things like that. So yeah, when September hits, you know fall is coming. When you know fall is coming, you just, okay, for the next 3 months I'm putting stuff away.
Yeah.
and getting stuff winterized and things like that. And you know, like Kyle, I'm sure up in Maine, probably already started that kind of stuff and looking for that. So, but you know, I'm excited. You know, fall's coming. I love harvest time. I'm going to be working for our friends at church in their harvest, and part of their harvest is going to be here on the farm. So I'm looking forward to that. I get to drive truck and help them on equipment, things like that. So you know, it's going to be really good, and I'm really excited about being able to come out to the shop this winter and work. I mean, just if I feel like coming out to the shop and working, I just work. So I'm really looking forward to that, and but you know, God just keeps on blessing, man. Just keeps on blessing. Uh, we're at 7:40. I'm gonna kick this air off, but I think we're gonna go ahead and stop for the evening. Eli's got to get him some supper. I already ate before I come out here, so actually you brought yours in, didn't you?
I did.
Okay, so you don't have to go eat, but we're gonna stop either way. Um, and you know, who knows what we'll be able to do this winter. We've had a couple videos done from back in the green woodworking shop with the pretty background, the really nice background. That's only going to get better.
Couldn't do it this time because there's cabinets.
What's that?
There's cabinets.
Yeah, right now there's cabinets because we're got stuff to move into the green woodworking shop and get that all done. But I have a feeling there'll be a lot more video done out there and in the other part of the metalworking shop, the fab shop. So I that part I'm excited about. I'm excited about just going out to a shop where I can work and not crawl over stuff, and I have to move this so I can do this thing or use a tool that, you know, just to use the shop for what it's designed for, and then I can come into the blacksmith shop and blacksmith. Um, It's just going to be really, really cool. For those of you who haven't seen, like we did the video on the titanium fixture table, the welder table, and I know Bobby's got one. I don't know if anybody else has got one. And I sent him a message not too long ago because I know he has one. We went crazy and purchased another one and welded
he says
them.
I wasn't around.
That's true. I called him up. I said I did a thing.
Yeah.
But I put them together and welded them both together, nice and flat, nice and even. Hey, Will, good to have you, buddy. And I'll tell you guys what. I have no idea what that meant. This group of people right here, you know, Will shows up. You guys are such a cool blessing. You know, I can talk to you guys and such great artists. I mean, look at the bottom right there. Look at the bottom three right there. And not to disparage anybody up above. Will at Athol, Bill Corey, Bobby Lonis. These guys are phenomenal smiths, man, who do such an amazing job with what they do. And then all the other guys that are up above, with, you know, it's just such a cool thing. And then you guys have enough pity to come in here and watch me do this or Eli do this. It's just, man, it's such a cool thing. Like I said, I'm really enjoying, for the very first time, being able to go out to my welder in a welding station to clamp stuff up, flatten level, standing up. I mean, that alone, you know, I can't tell you how much stuff I've welded. And I'm not a great welder, but I've welded on the ground, hunched over, to try to put something nice and neat together. And just what a difference it makes. It's just such a cool thing. And that's not necessarily a plug for the titanium fixture table, but I mean, for $149 is what it's at right now. I don't know if it's gone back up or not. For $149 for a 3x, is it a 2x3 or 3x4?
I don't know. You live at Harbor Freight. You should know.
Anyway, for that size, it's pretty doggone good. And yeah, it's not made for putting an I-beam up on it and welding another I-beam to it. It's designed for your basic welding projects to fixture up something and, you know, weld some tubing or something like that together. And it does a great job. Well, thank you, Monica. But anyway, that's the kind of stuff I'm looking forward to this winter. We've got work to get done to make that possible this year. And then once that's done, there are some things that we've been wanting to do in here that we haven't been able to because stuff that goes in there is in here and things like that. So, man, it's just it's such a blessing. Come for the bare knee. Well, there it is. There's your bare knee right there.
Bare dad knee.
But anyway, guys, thank you so much. You guys are such a blessing to us. We're going to cut it short this evening. It's my first time back in a couple weeks, so I'm glad to be here. Be prepared for some sit and chats, and who knows, we might get back in on a podcast or a Bible study or something like that, and we'll just see how it goes. If the schedule permits and the Lord allows, we'll have plenty we can offer. Once things are kind of reconfigured around here, I think it's going to open things up for us and be able to do that. And I really appreciate you guys when you do come in. We appreciate you every single time that you join us here on Bar Run Forge.
Yeah.
And Eli, I've jabbered on enough. Talk to the folks.
Whoa.
Kick them out the door.
Be glad that he just admitted that he's jabbered on for long enough. That's a hard thing for a preacher to say, isn't it? There you go. Well, fellers, ladies.
You just say, Edna.
Isn't it? Fellers and ladies, lovely chatting with y'all. Thanks for hanging out. I think it's time to end the stream. Do the things, click the buttons. You know where to find them. You know how to work a YouTube. Appreciate you guys stopping by. God bless. Take care. Check out the website. Okay, bye.